Hi, my name is Sudoku, and today I'm going to talk to you about streaming Cloudbuilt. Now, streaming Cloudbuilt, it can make you pretty sad, but don't cry over streaming Demi. I'm here to help you. I'm going to tell you a little bit about how to set up your stream on Twitch and send videos to YouTube and address some of the special needs that come up from streaming Cloudbuilt. What are the special needs that come up while streaming Cloudbuilt? First thing is you actually need a streaming program that deals with the multiple different facets that you need when you stream. I personally use Oauth because I feel it has a simple interface to use. When you talk about OBS, this is what OBS looks like. This is the program right here, and I'll spend some more time going over OBS in just a minute. Now, in addition to OBS, you also need a keyboard visualizing program. The one that I personally like to use is a personalizable visual keyboard program. In addition to that, when you're playing, it's hard to look away from the game to read chat. I use a chat program called Showing, which has a gaming mode that I can put over the screen, so I don't have to look away from the game when I'm actually streaming. In addition to that, I also like to use Snip to show what's playing in terms of my playlist while I'm playing. I also use Better TTV. Often people come to your chat who speak different languages, or you want to look at your chat history, and Better TTV allows those options. Also, I recommend using a webcam. I don't have one. Buy me one. Now, I'm I- I'm actually going to go over and explain a lot of these things more in detail over the next couple minutes, and hopefully that should give you enough information to figure out what you're going to be doing in terms of playing the game. So, the first thing that you need to do is you need to go out and you need to buy Cloudbuilt. This is Cloudbuilt itself. In order to buy Cloudbuilt, you have to go out to Steam. You go to the store and then you type in the search box Cloudbuilt. It'll bring up the Cloudbuilt page. You come out here, you click on Cloudbuilt, you come down here to the add to cart button and you buy it. After you buy it, you're going to load up the game. Now, in the game, I prefer to change the options. In order to stream it, it has to be in windowed mode, so I change it to windowed mode. I also like to lower the resolution a little bit because at full screen, it's hard. There's lots of desyncing that comes up, and you'll see that some of the there's some loss in terms of the visuals that comes out of the game. Okay, so so you've downloaded Cloudbuilt, you have Cloudbuilt, and the next thing you need to do is you need to set up Twitch. In order to set up Twitch, I would download the Open Broadcast software here on Twitch, and you need to start linking it with Twitch. So, Open Broadcast software, there's a guide here on this page here. If you click on the setup guide, it brings up this, and then they explain the settings that are necessary to use the Open Broadcast software. The settings that I use, I will show you right now, just for 1 second. These are the settings. The broadcast settings, you change it to streaming service Twitch. You select a Twitch server that's close to where you live. In terms of the video, I use a custom setting that matches the base resolution of the game, and I and also there's some encoding settings that you need. X264 CBR. You can increase the max bitrate and change your audio encoding. Overall, it works fine. So, in order once you have downloaded OBS, you've gone to Twitch, you've created an account. This is what your Twitch page is going to look like. You're going to click on your on your name up on the top side of the screen. Click on the settings here. When you click on the settings, it's going to give you lots of options. The one that we're most interested in right now is the connections. We're going to connect our Twitch to our YouTube account. You do that by coming out here and connecting it to your YouTube. You click here and you add it. Okay. Once Twitch is connected to your YouTube, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go out to your dashboard. So you come out here to your dashboard, and you're going to get your stream key here. Now the stream key, when after you click on it, you click on show key, you're going to put that stream key inside of your settings. So in the settings and under the broadcast settings, this is where you get the stream key here. Once you put the stream key in here, you'll be able to go ahead and start streaming on Twitch. Okay, now that we've set it up so that we can stream on Twitch, the next couple questions that we're going to run into are okay. We have Twitch set up so we're streaming. What we need to do is we need to start adding some of the bells and whistles to make our stream look nice. Now I just want to review just 1 second where we were at. So we talked about OBS. The bells and whistles I'm talking about are the keyboard visualizer, Trillion, Snip Better, TTV, and your webcam. I'm actually not going to talk about the webcam, but next I'm going to talk about the better visualize a better visual keyboard program. So in order to get the better visual keyboard program, we're going to come out here and this is the actual web page that's on the Speedruns demo archive. It's called the new keyboard mouse visualizer, create your own layouts. On this page, they have APVKP version 0.44. You can click on the page here and it will bring you to a GitHub page. You can download this. After you download the RAR file, you go ahead and you open it up. This is what it looks like when you open it up. You double click on the APVKV program and it will bring up a keyboard that looks like this. What you can do is you can open up the editor and you can change the way that it looks. So here it is in the editor. I can come here and I can select some of the buttons that I think I don't need. I can start deleting them. I might want to change the background color so that I can make it clear in a second. I might think that a button's too big or too small, so I might change its dimensions here. So I'm going to change this to say 150. Now my spacebar smaller. In the end, I prefer a certain sort of layout. Now the layout that I use looks something like this. And the reason why I like it is because these are the major buttons in the actual game. So I can come here to the editor and I say, well, I don't want to have control and I want to add my right mouse button. So I'm going to show you how to add the right mouse button. Here we go. I have my button. I'm going to go ahead and put it here. My caption, I'm going to call it arm mouse. My key, I'm going to just double click until the right mouse comes up. That looks good. The width looks a little bad, so I'm going to change it to 40 just so it looks a little bit nicer. Excellent, that looks great to me. So now I can go ahead and I can close this, and this is what my keyboard actually looks like on the screen. Now the reason why I chose the background to be green is so it's a different color, it's a little bit easier, and it stands out away from what you're doing. And you can actually make this invisible in the Oauth software. So when you open up Oauth here, I have my Oauth, and I have my keyboard. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add the keyboard. So what I did here is I did add and I did window capture and then I added the program APVK APVKP. Now in here once I did that I chose a subregion. This is a subregion that I chose and then I added the color key here for the green. So here I have this and now it's green. Cool. So once I've done that, I say okay. Now you'll see that it came up on the screen here in the lower left corner of my Twitch stream, which would be somewhere down here that I actually can't physically see. Now, given that now I have a keyboard on the screen. So if I go back and I look at my Cloudbuilt, I want to move this. I'm going to just unlock it and move it to a different part of the screen now. If I go to my Cloudbuilt, now if you look at my Cloudbuilt, I have a keyboard over here in the bottom left side of the screen. I think that looks great. It makes it a lot easier for people to see what you're doing when you're actually playing. Now the next thing is that when you don't want to look away from the screen to see what people are chatting, so I use Trillion. So here in the Google chat, I type Trillion, I pull up the program Trillion, I download Trillion, and after I download Trillion, I have something that looks like this. Mine has a skin on it, so it's slightly different. In Trillion, there's a settings page. I open up the settings and I manage my accounts. In here, you can put any name here for your account, and then you put your username, then you do irc.twitch.tv, and then what you'll need is a server password to actually log in. This is not the same as your password of your Twitch account, so you have to use a custom Twitch password. In order to find this password, what you have to do is you have to come out here to Twitch password generator. You click out here, and then you click on connect with Twitch. Okay. Now when you click this, it's going to bring up this. This is my key to my account now that I need to chat on my using an IRC chat program. I paste that into my server password, and now I'm good. Now it will work. Okay. So now it will connect to Twitch when I go ahead and run it. So I feel that this is good and solid. So I'm going to go back to my Trillion software, which I don't see now. I apologize. This was a bit of a mistake. So I go ahead and I pull back up my Trillion, and I'm going to go ahead and connect to my IRC. And then I'm going to click on join a channel. Oops. I want to connect. Disconnect. Okay. Now when I connect to it is going to bring up something like this. Now I want to connect to my actual chat, so I'm going to type in /j and then the pound sign and then the channel I'm joining. So I'm going to join the channel Sutokdo. And this is awkward because unfortunately it you can't see that. But this is what I went ahead and typed. So I did /j hashtag Zutokdo high forces, and this will join to my Twitch channel. Now, from here, I go ahead and I set up my gaming mode, and now when I play, whenever somebody types in my chat, once I rerun the program, it will put it up on the screen. Unfortunately, I you have to restart the program, so I'm not going to do it quite yet. So, given that you start and you go ahead and you run this and it's going to start bringing up chat messages on the screen. We're moving right along. You can see how good our stream is starting to look. The next thing that we wanted to add was we wanted to add a now playing bar to our stream. So let me show you what it looks like. The one that so in the background here I have playing some songs. You can't actually hear them because I have it muted, but I can go ahead and I want to show them on my stream. This is what it looks like. Now I have a now playing up here in the top left corner of my stream, and you can see how nice that it looks to have this now playing up on the side of the stream. To do that, I used a program called Snip. Now Snip I downloaded here. Uh, excuse me. I just typed in OBS Project Snip, and it came and went down to iTunes, Spotify, and streaming, and brought up this. The actual program that you download is from a GitHub. Snip version 4.69 is the current version that I've seen. So you download it here, you go ahead and you run it. What it's going to do is it's going to create a file on the desktop that copies the information in. So when in the open broadcast software, you have to come out here and you set up so that you have you're now playing so you have snip. So you add your window capture, and then you find the snip text, you add it here, you change the color, you change the positioning here, and now what will happen is you have a now playing on the top left side of the screen as we have here. Okay, now I also prefer to use better TTV because oftentimes people in the chat will type different things. I apologize, I'm not reading chat too much today. When using better TTV, to do that, I just googled better TTV, and then I click on the first site here. You download it and then you activate it on the browser, and it gives you all sorts of options. Whenever somebody speaks in a different language, you can now double click on it. So now we have Cloudbuilt, and the entire game looks something like this. Okay, um, and you can see that overall it's looking pretty nice. Um, it looks like that I have one extra window here, but it's okay. Overall, it's looking pretty nice. I'm covering things up, so you gotta start minimizing things to try and make everything look nice. So this is what the complete stream will look like. You can go ahead and you can play now.